Welcome, folks, one and all, to Let's Play Ultima Underworld, the Stygian Abyss. When we last left off, we created our character, Shana, the Druid. Shana is a first level Druid with 28 strength, 12 dex, 20 int, 35 vitality, and 25 mana points. Those mana points are exceptionally important. We want those mana points to become studious in the arts of magic. However, we are clearly stuck in the Stygian Abyss. You see the locked doors of the Abyss. This button is for looking, grabbing items, talking, fighting, and manipulating things. We can't talk to the Stygian Abyss door because it's not gonna open. We are stuck here until we find the Baroness's daughter and have her speak at the door to let us out. That poor guard's going to be out there for a while. So, it would seem like somebody wrote something. I'm using the mouse currently to move. You can also use WASD, and oh my word, WASD makes you move fast. As a general rule, I'm not going to be using WASD, I'm going to be using the mouse, holding left mouse button to drag and move. The more you have the thing across the side of the screen, the faster you go. You can see here, there's writing engraved on the wall. The writing reads, "We attacked the entrance with all manner of tools, but it gave not a hair. It simply cannot be breached. Hence we have resigned ourselves to die in this hellish pit. Elsmore." Well, whatever happened here, it turned out to be bad. There's also a skull, one of the many useless items in the game. There are many items with no use, that you can't even get any use out of, even if you tried. There's a plant, we can't pick it up. However, here is a bag. We can pick this up, and we shall, holding right mouse button and dragging it into our inventory. Inside are the following items: a badly worn dagger, a somewhat used torch, my map, it's suddenly mine. That's where I left my map, in the middle of the Stygian Abyss. How did it even get here? A day-old fish, a day-old loaf of bread, and a day-old apple. We want to drag this dagger, into our left hand, because remember, we're left-handed. We also want to drag this map up here. Clicking the map with the left mouse button brings up the map. The map is fantastic. It auto-fills in, you can go up and down on floors, and you can also write on it. For instance, the entrance. I can also erase that with the erase command. There are 8 or 9 levels with actual things in them of significance. There are about 100 levels to the Abyss. Some of them very small, most of them actually very small and full of monsters, beyond the ones that you actually play in for the game. But we won't get anywhere staying by the entrance. I might add, this was groundbreaking back in the day. 1992, seeing this was awe-inspiring. Like, this was high-tech. It was for me when I played it. So let's go into the Abyss proper. The only way is forward now. And the first thing we're seeing is destroyed items, like this totally worthless broken axe. And a door to the right. We're not going in there just yet. We've no reason to. There's another dead person. This place is just full of hope. There is a plant, though. We can in fact take that. We can in fact eat that too. That number, by the way, corresponds to our carrying capacity. Because we have 28 strength, we're phenomenally capable at carrying things. Also, you see there, a grating. This place is not very hospitable, and it's very dark right now. However, with all these dead people over here, there are some useful items. Not the dirt floor, that's not useful. A bowl, which a badly worn hand axe, and a somewhat used torch. I might add, the bowl is actually essential for finishing the game. So don't leave here without the bowl, or find another bowl. You actually need it to really finish the game. Over here is something else I distinctly remember. Runes. This is an Ought stone. You ought to pick it up! That's terrible. And this here is a... let me just have a look at it. A Jux stone. Magic in this game is based around rune stones, and not actually around reagents. And I actually have printed out right next to me the old spell list that you had in the back of the manual. And I can see here that I have one spell, Magic Arrow. These runes will actually cast Magic Arrow. And I could cast it, but I don't want to right now. There's more stuff to pick up. Not by this door that's coming up to the left, we'll be back for that later. In this, for instance, backpack for some poor sorry person. What is in, may I ask, the backpack? By the way, we can put that in there. We have a scroll. My dearest Alfred, go into the abyss knowing that I will not forget thee. As bitter as the Baron's justice doth seem, 'tis better than a hangman's noose. No matter the passing of years, I will await thy return. Yours forever, Sandra. Bad news, Sandra. Alfred died horribly, probably to a thing in the next room, but he did leave some cool things for us. A key tarnished from heavy use, a rune bag, and the bet in Law and Sanct stones. These stones actually cast an interesting spell. A very interesting spell. We shall also put these runes in here too. The reason why? We need the rune bag there. Left-clicking the rune bag brings up this screen here, and we're going to cast our first spell. Looking at my list here, this one and this one creates a spell. What spell is this? Left-clicking it. Light! And I just extinguished it. There we go. Light is stable. Now we can actually see. Look at that! Look at the difference that this spell actually makes to the abyss. It stops it being gloomy and dark and instead makes it actually almost comforting. This room, however, is a sturdy door. This button opens it. In here is our first enemy of the game. Da-da-da! It's a rat. You may notice it is an upset giant rat. Rats and all creatures have certain personalities going for them. This one is upset. He's a little annoyed. He won't attack me unless I provoke him. There are ways to provoke him. Not by taking these badly worn leather leggings. They are owned by no one, and I shall drag them onto my ragdoll. However, this cheese belongs to the rat. If I steal the cheese, the rat will try and kill me. Its attitude will deteriorate, and thus it will want to stab my face with its claws. We're not going to let it. Activating combat mode brings out my blade. You'd think the rat would be more alert to this. But no. I want that cheese and I want that meat. There are 3 attacks. Stabbing, which if I held the left mouse button like this, or left right mouse button, would bring a stab motion. From either side here would be slashing, and up would be a strike. We have no actual sword skill, but this is only an upset rat. It's cornered, and it's sad. Let's kill it. Green means it's ready to strike. The combat music will initiate as soon as we attack. Here we go, people. Combat! Yep, it's going for me. Oh my, compared to the a paladin who actually has sword skill. As you can see there, the gargoyle just indicated yellow, which means this thing is moderately hurt. And red, it is dead. Victory! We can put our sword away now. The rat will not miss what it cannot possess because it is dead. To the victor, the spoils. Our first combat, ladies and gentlemen, and it went rather well. It's not going to go well forever, though. We're not going that way, actually. We're going to go this way with our ill-gotten key. From Alfred's corpse. Gotta wonder how we got the key. Now, this door won't open if we actually just manipulate it like this. It's locked. Game logic, however, dictates There must be a mechanism to open it. This is a pull chain. Manipulating the pull chain with the right mouse button opens the door. And through we go. I might note, click the map. Look at what it's already mapped out for us. Quite well, too. Music changes every time you either exit combat, initiate combat, or leave and go to the map screen. Another door. Various corpses of the dead. What a happy place this is. And another bag. In here are 2 candles, and I believe this is a worn cudgel. If I was using a mace skill, that would be better than a sword. However, right now, we don't need the candles. We also don't need the mushroom, but we'll hold on to them in case we want to trade them. Candles are worse than torches for light, but if you're not a caster, you won't have access to the light spell, like I do. So, we could go south here. South actually has a reason, but it's locked! We have a key, though. Use the key on the door, and we unlock it. And present to ourselves something from Ultima 7 Part 2, the Silver Sapling. The plaque reads, "Plant the seed of the silver sapling, and a new sapling will spring forth. In return for this gift of life, thou shalt be granted a new life thyself, when this one doth end." If you die normally in this game, you just drop dead. Game over. If you plant this, by the way, it's not currently planted. You grab the seed, and then plant it again. Like that. Now if I die, I will appear right there. Be sure to bring that plant with you, just in case. Because you never know. You don't want to be on floor 6 in this game, die, and then have to walk all the way back from floor 1. That sucks. I was actually mesmerized by this game when I was younger. Like, this game was advanced, and I had no idea what I was doing. Sort of blundered around as a mage, as I recall, that used a sword really badly. Well, there's this door here, also locked. This key seems to quite universally open many things on this room. You'd think Alfred here would actually be able to escape places instead of dying in the first corridor. You can bash doors down, but you're quite likely to damage weapons if you do that. So, don't bash doors down. Through this room is a slope. It's not a slope right now, but it will become one, as you can see there. It goes up. We haven't encountered anything intelligent yet. I wouldn't class a rat as intelligent, would you? Would you? I wouldn't. But hey! How you doing? Hello! Greetings! Oh! That's a rock! Hey! It's a goblin! This goblin wants our blood! But it will not get it. Where are you running to? Did you fall down there? You actually fell down there! That is really annoying. Do you know why? That guy has 9 gold on him. He just went, "No, I have no intention of being involved in this." And just threw himself off the edge. Well, there you go. I know he has 9 gold in him, because I distinctly remember. I just didn't know where he was. So when we come back, folks, the first kill of the game has been denied from me because that guy threw himself into the water and would rather drown. He had armor too. He actually had a suit of armor. A leather jerkin. I might have to jump in there to go find him. He just drowned. Well, that's off to a good start. The first cool piece of loot I could possibly get. And he drowns himself. Hey. When we come back, folks, hopefully a little less failure on the part of me. I'll catch you then. See you later. Later. Who drowns themselves when the avatar appears? I mean, really? You're not coming back. I can't see you down there. You literally drowned yourself. Just can't get the enemies these days, can you?